Hello and welcome to Kickstarter Talk, Issue 3, a new group of 2018 projects. For the first time ever this year, which isn't too surprising, it was going to happen, all of our Kickstarter main topics have actually been launched in the new year now. We have I don't believe we have any holdovers, except for the ones from Kickstarter Last Rights. We're going to get right into the program right now, so let's see what amazing projects await us on Kickstarter today. And remember to see all the exits off the Comic-Con Highway this week, and you can find them in our Hot Comic-Con Highway show, which was filmed just yesterday. And this week, Davy Jones will be in Victoria, Texas. Go check him out. Supporting Kickstarters, let me remind you, only takes a single dollar. $1 can show support, track attention, help fund projects, and support indie creators. And it also helps create new worlds. We also filmed a more in-depth video about the Kickstarters that have the least amount of time left on the platform. Please check it out today and help ensure that they blast off of Kickstarter soon. We're going to start our Kickstarter talk, of course, always going through the list of Kickstarters currently available, starting with the Last Rights section. In Last Rights this week, we have Metzger's and Kozlak's presents Villain 2, the noir edition of pulp crime comics about a retired villain called Gil Grimes who's trying to turn a new page, but with Mongrel behind him, the vigilante, it's very hard because it makes it as if the deck is stacked against him. Please check that out today. The globalist superhumans now control the UN, and with it the world. We're going to see more about that, as well as Victoria Black, the most dangerous assassin, most protective family from the organization she used to work for. I assume used to. I haven't read the book, but I can't see her continuing with an organization if they're trying to kill her family. Autism awareness is about education and acceptance, educating the public about acceptance of special needs children and adults and their value. Most autistic children and adults don't communicate or socialize the way typical individuals do. Autism Awareness R4AU attempts to break the barrier and help the kids connect with adults. They need a voice, and we give them one. They are our future. And you can support the Autism Awareness and Autistic Jedi team and help them get to DragonCon 2018 by getting an R4AU patch today at the Autism Awareness page. Now, if you guys are wondering how to do a good Kickstarter, how to get Kickstarter to be funded, and what are you missing? Here is a Kickstarter for the Independent Creator 2nd edition, written by one of our own, indie comic book creating sensation, Madeline Holling-Reisen, has a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding. It's on Amazon now. Put it on your list and get it today. Extreme Championship Tournament Most Wanted XCT is a high-quality artistic graphic novel anthology based within the XCT universe. We're going to check that out in just a minute. James vs. New World Order, issue number 3, is a post-apocalyptic action comedy set in an ambiguous, not-so-distant future. And we're going to see about getting his future to come true, or at least the comic book's future. Seed Seekers Volume 2, the first 2 issues, are going to be a huge part of the team by discovering new worlds for our characters. It's time you join the Seed Seeker team. Life in Space, a comic book anthology created in 100 Days by artists who've completed the 100 Days of Making Comic Book Challenge by Kevin Cross. The genius Lanny Pavlov. Wrestling fans are going to know that he was the smartest man in the world. The comic biography of Leaping Lanny Pavlov, brother of Macho Man Randy Savage, ooh yeah, and a wrestling legend in his own right, is on the show today. Sword Theory, which apparently I'm going to have a book in that you guys can get as a bonus reward, an action fantasy tale of self-discovery and revenge as a young man perfects the art of sword. Zombies and an Uncanny Solution horror graphic novel, a living head in a bucket must convince humanity that the only solution to the zombie apocalypse lies within his own chaotic mind. The ominous adventures of Poppy and Poe, a gothic circus tightrope walker, and her demonic monkey will entertain you on Kickstarter, and we're going to find out why, as they take on killer clowns and more. Check out The Veteran's Wife on Facebook today and show your support for veterans. Thank you to all the veterans. We truly appreciate your service. We would like to give an extra special thank you to the veterans, those who do not want to be recognized, the silent stoic veterans, for the horrors they have seen in war. To them, war is nothing to be thanked for. They don't put it out for the world to know, for they are truly struggling, for they are now battling a new war at home. You are not alone. You are loved and appreciated. You'll always be our heroes, even if you refuse the title. Rex Gordon is in our chat room. How you doing, Rex? Let's jump right into it and check out the amazing projects available for us on Kickstarter. Now, we very well may actually come back to this at the end of this program, because as you guys can see, it only has 51 minutes to go. So we are excited about this because if you notice, they've already funded. That means I'm getting it in the mail. I'm excited. I did a review on the first book, and we're going to scroll up here, guys, so you guys can see the cover that I love. Check out this cover. Now, it's such little time to go. Where are you with backing this? You don't have time to do it. I mean, if you guys got to leave the program right now, if you guys got to go back it on Kickstarter, I get it. Do it. You're out of time. This is the time to act. You do not have any other time. You understand what I'm saying? The villains are coming off of Kickstarter. It's not even a thing of having to back it. It's an opportunity for you to get a great story in your hand within the next few weeks. And I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. I've said so much in the last couple of weeks. I'm telling you, man, you're going to miss out. If you don't back it today, we're going to move on to the globalists. Here we go.
Welcome to IDN. My name is Margaret Ann Gates, and this is Interdime News, your news from every dime. Yesterday marked the 7th year anniversary and total global unification for Earth Dime 10. Under the leadership of the United Nationalists, the world superhumans have unified the entire world's governments into one global nation. Such a feat took the toppling of all nation-states, governments, and elected officials, willing or unwilling. The United Nationalists, leader and strongest superhuman of this Earth, stated, and I quote, "Such an act was necessary to bring total peace to the world. Religion and certain literature has been outlawed, and all language has been unified into English. Despite a small terrorist group movement called the Resistance, 99% of the world's population has embraced this newfound utopia." Now, in other news, Weavergate technology has made it easier for citizens to transverse the Powerverse and all its known dimes. Interdime vacationing has become a boom. Power Industries of Earth Dime 1 has announced that its corporate hero and heir, Will Power, will be undertaking a meet and greet to tour all known 10 dimes.
Okay, now I'm going to continue to let that play, but there is a copyright issue. So as that plays, I'm going to be reading you guys something. Check it out. Waiting to put an end to the conflict, hunger, and endless wars, the League of Nations superhumans rebelled. Biting the hand that fed them, they took control and waged what they called the one and final war against all the world. Led by the empowered humans named the United Nationalists, the superhumans easily won. Their new United Nations now controls the Earth of Dime 10. However, a small band of resistance are fighting for freedom. But due to the new united propaganda campaigns, 99% of the world's population believe them to be nothing more than terrorists and not the rebels for freedom they truly are. Despite the rebels' best attempts to regain power, the superhumans are just too much, and their reign over the world holds strong and fast. They believe their conquest has truly brought peace to the planet. The rebels disagree. No more religion, only patriotism. Man now only speaks but one language, Esperanto. One voice, one nation, one earth. O-N-E, the power of one through strength of all. Peace through unity. Control of the superhumans. So this is a great project. We got to really dive into it during our Kickstarter last rights. As you guys have seen right now, 3 days to go, $3,073 in the bank. They've made their goal. This will be coming in the mail to your house very soon. If you're smart, act now and back this amazing campaign. We're going to move on. You can find out more information about this amazing project on Kickstarter Last Rights. Victoria Black. Now, Victoria Black has, unfortunately, a copywritten song, so I cannot play much content from it at all, as it does use a beat in the background. We're going to take a quick scroll in it, and I'm going to read you their tagline in just a second. And it has been picked up, by the way, by Powerverse, the same publisher and creative group that we just talked about a few seconds ago. So let's get down to it. Here it is, Victoria Black, Bradley Golden, writer of the successful Mississippi Zombies and Leave the Light On, brings you Victoria Black, Renegade Assassins. There is 8 days to go, a lot of room to make up. Please help out by sharing it, talking about it on Facebook, and engaging people that you know who would like this story, which is basically, think of it as like the Hitman, but a badass woman being the Hitman. Check it out today. Extreme Championship Tournament Most Wanted. Let's check out what's going on in XCT.
G'day guys, Sean here, the creator of the Extreme Champion Tournament series, and I'm here to talk to you about our latest project, which is XCT Most Wanted, a graphic novel anthology based around our current XCT series. So what is XCT Most Wanted? Well, XCT Most Wanted is a anthology based within the XCT universe, where we've created 6 short stories by 6 different writers and 6 different artists to expand the XCT universe. We wanted to expand the XCT universe much quicker than the way we were releasing our single issues. So we thought what a great idea an anthology would be. So we've been able to scour the world to get some really good artists and writers on board, and we've created this fantastic some of Nunez, who's worked on DC and IDW books, as well as Mark Lottia, who has also done work for Gestalt Publishing here in Australia, as well as some other talented writers and artists. The stories include the Tengu from the Japanese mythology. We've got dragons. We have the frost giants from Norse mythology, as well as a bunch of other stories in there. So this is a jam-packed book with hot art to boot, so something you're definitely not going to want to miss. So this is where you guys come in. We are needing to raise $2,000 for the publishing costs, as we've totally completed this book other than the colours on the cover and collating it all together. So we need to raise that $2,000 in you guys helping us. Some of those rewards include a digital copy of the graphic novel, a physical copy of the graphic novel. We've got digital sketch rewards. If you haven't read the XCT series, we've got the whole collection all together at a ridiculously cheap price. Some of our higher tiers, we've got you drawn into our next anthology that we've just released or announced on our Facebook page, and even have your own story written in the XCT universe. So I'm sure that would appeal to some of you guys out there. And taking the time to share our video, and we really it's a real pledge to our project. But if you can't, if you're able to share it around with your friends and contacts, that would be super helpful and really, really appreciated. In the meantime, check out some of the pages in the series towards the end of this video, and see if you like what we've done. Thanks.
XCT looks amazing. Wouldn't you guys agree? Sorry, I just almost sneezed, burp there. It was weird. It is amazing. I love it. I dig it. Just look at all the amazing art and all the amazing people behind it. And you know right then and there that this is definitely a project that demands to be taken serious. This will be on Kickstarter Last Rights next week. So we're going to have the opportunity to really dive into it. I want to have my good friend, Austin Hamblin, on the program. Let's actually ask him if he can actually do a program with us. Let's go to Austin right now. Let's see. I think Austin is in a different time than us. So we're going to say, Austin, let's do a Spoken Sins. You got to do the SP, cool looking. So it does that, and then you got to put the N up, spoken, right? That looks good, right? You got. I don't know if you guys can actually see. I'm typing over here in the comment section, so I'm calling Austin out to do a Spoken Sins with us this weekend. Let's see if he agrees. We got him. We got it. He actually asked to do it. In all fairness, so we're not really calling him out. I'm just talking to him. Here's some of the artists. You got Alex. You got Eddie. You got Lauren. You got Mark. You got Michael. You got Vaughn. So that's awesome. Austin is in. He's going to be doing it. We're going to do it Friday or Saturday or Sunday. Me and Austin will talk about that. You guys are going to get to know more from his perspective. So you're going to get to know more from the creator himself. We're going to bring that to you, and we'll make sure to actually show that actual video possibly in the Last Rights, because I think Last Rights is going to have so few. We might actually be able to get away with it. How awesome is that? They've already made their goal, but you know what I always say on this program, just because you made a goal doesn't mean you've made enough money. So we're going to give you great reasons to back it when we do a live Spoken Sins. Tune into that as well. We're going to move on to James versus the New World Order, issue 3.
Hey everyone, this is Brandon Petros, writer and creator of the post-apocalyptic action comedy James versus the New World Order. I'd like to welcome you to our Kickstarter relaunch for issue number 3. The project is 100% complete, so upon funding, you should be getting your product as early as February. And we have some really awesome awards this time around. I kicked them up a bit since last time, so be sure to check those out. And hopefully we'll reach our goal of $3,000, which would put us in a really awesome place to be able to distribute everything nicely without going too much into the hole. So check out our tiers. Check out some of the artwork. I hope you like it, and thank you very much.
Okay, so now let's see if there's another video that we could quickly play for the program. So that was a short one. We're going to look through some of the art. Okay, so I want to get Brandon on this show. I want to talk to him because I think this is a great project. I think this is something that you guys would be interested in, and I think that we just need to open it up a bit more to a bigger conversation. And I want you guys to actually be part of that open conversation, and I want to be able to talk about it a little bit more because I think that the one thing that's missing sometimes in these programs is the fact that I don't get to talk to you guys a little bit more with the creators. I'd love to have the creators on the show more this year. So, if you guys are watching this and you want to hop on, just let me know, and I will hop on with you guys, and we'll let you talk more about this than I can, because, you're the right people to be talking about it. And I sometimes try to get people to come on. When I see them, I'll actually add them and tag them so they know that we're talking about them. So hop on anytime you guys want to and talk about it. Even if you're a fan of something, I'd love to hear you guys discuss your fandom of a particular project. If you know a writer, let me know what's going on. You guys are fans too. I want you on this program. I want you to tell me what's going on. If you're a fan of a project, why are you a fan of a project? Let's get excited this year. Let's help each other out, and let's build bigger conversations about these amazing projects. And James versus the New World Order is one of those exciting projects I want to know more about, and I know you guys do too. Let's find out more about the Seed Seekers right now.
Welcome to Seed Seekers Volume 2 from Kickstarter. The girl warriors soon discover who came in as their leader of the dying planet. He was a musician from another world who held more spirit than he knew. Now, claimed king of the once dying world, he was set out to help rebuild their community. He still needs their help because he's indeed from another world and still challenges himself to be part of their team. Try as he might, he sets himself up to regain his knowledge of the kingdom through the help of his new friends. To help the community grow and flourish, they must work together to rebuild and shape the once dying planet. While this happens, not only does he develop and learn from his new friends of the world, but they learn a great deal from each other along with their past. Through this story, we will discover more than just what was, but what is to become. I hope you'll join me in our not only from their spirits, but you will do the same through your support. Anything you contribute will add a part to the story and saga. It will help them regain their past as well as their present. You will be joining a great team and help shape the kingdom. Each contribution is unique and collectively a part of their team. Please take a look and share along with others to help them become the seed seekers that they are. We all can be part of the Seed Seeker team. Thank you.
So this is one of the new ones for this year. Of course, you guys might have remembered this from being from last year when we covered the first issue. So the second issue is here, and check out some of the cool stuff that they have as added bonuses. This was added just this week, so we're kind of excited to be seeing it and being part of it. I actually think that our video screen is a bit dirty on the other hand on the Kickstarter talk, so I'm just going to clean that really quickly. So this is an amazing project. Seed Seekers Volume 2 is the first two issues together. You're going to be a huge part of the team. That's what it's about. They want to invite you to be part of the team, so join in on it today. Let's take a look at 100 Days of Creating. What it brings you.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to travel out into space and explore the universe? Have you dreamed of traveling to other worlds in groovy spaceships and meeting up with exotic space friends? Yes, you say? Well, we have too. The Life in Space Anthology is a collection of 15 comic book stories by 15 creators who imagined up their own scenarios of what life in space just might be like. From epic adventures, cops and robbers, to goofy space trips, this anthology has a little something for everyone. And it's all brought to you by creators who have successfully taken part in the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge, started by Kevin Cross. What is the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge, you ask? Well, let some of the anthology members explain it to you.
Welcome to 100 Days of Comics.
100 Days of Making 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 Comics.
This is 100 Days of Making Comics.
100 of Making Comics.
Another 100 Days of Comics update.
100 Days Making Comics.
100 Days of Making Comics Challenge. And
So, what is 100 Days of Making Comics?
100 days of me making time to work on comics in my spare time, at least half an hour a day.
And usually they're creating update videos, most people daily.
Thanks for checking out our Kickstarter, and please consider pledging to help us make our goal so we can get a really cool project out to you. I'll talk to you later. Peace, Space Cadets. Woo-hoo!
The 100 Days of Making Comics. Pretty cool, I think so.
And that's it. That's the end of that video, as they say. That looks cool, right? You guys are excited. That looks interesting. We're going to take a quick scroll down, check out what else is going on with it. And now it's kind of interesting. 100 days to make a comic book. And, you know, if I were to put 100 days in a row, could I make a comic book with an artist? I believe so. I think I could do it. I think with the time that we take, we could get it within 100 days. 100 days, roughly 3 months. I think that's what me and Claudel did for Monsters. The second book is already there, and if I stopped doing everything and I just lettered it, I'm pretty sure I could get it done right now. So yeah, 100 days. I think you can get some real quality comic book in there. So this is something that's exciting. You guys can see there's different projects in it from everybody. So this looks like it could be like the year's anthology. Every year you have one anthology that just winds up being like the big one. I think last year, if I had to call what the anthology big one was, it had to go between Russell, and Monsters and Other Scary Shit, and Dirk Manning's the Nightmare World. What do you call it? The Nightmare Necrochrome or something like that. Those two were like huge last year. Of course, there was the Fourth Monkey that's worth, of course, mentioning because it was so awesome, and a couple other great ones. So anthologies are definitely awesome. And of course, there's the Tomb of Horror anthology, which is awesome, from Swampline Productions. So anthologies, man, that's a quick way to get to know some of these creators that you might not have heard of yet. And it gives you an in to see if you want to continue to follow them. We're going to move on to the genius, Lenny Pavlov.
I remind the competition and every wrestling fan, behold, the genius Lanny Poffo, the world's smartest man.
Once I was the genius full of glory and renown. Now I'm 62 years old, without my cap and gown. Please kickstart my comic book. Invest whatever you can. My grandson wants to read about the world's smartest man.
The world's smartest man. Wrestling legend. Brother of the Macho Man Randy Savage. The genius Lanny Poffo comes to comics. The story of his amazing career is both Leaping Lanny and the Genius, expertly told by wrestling historian John Crowther and illustrated by Rando Dixon and Alan McMillan, with colors by Andrew Pate. Follow his path to the world of sports entertainment via the Poffo wrestling family, which included the Macho Man and their father Angelo. Witness his signature high-flying style and the ingenious development of his heel persona as the world's smartest man. Experience the poetry in motion and in words that personify the genius, Lanny Poffo. As rewards for helping us fund production, printing, and distribution of the genius Lanny Poffo Issue 1, we are offering multiple cover variants, including an oversized magazine edition of the comic. Also available are the Genius logo decal and a variety of autographed items, comics, posters, actual multiples and action figures. There are also opportunities to have your likeness drawn into a future squared circle comic and to have your business full-page ad included in the book. You can even get a personalized poem from the genius inscribed on one of Laney's trademark frisbees. Check out another example of his trademark rhymes.
I am the genius Lanny Power, a title self-proclaimed, yet who would dare to say I'm not a prolific name? Invested in my comic book may sound it obtuse, but you can be like Random House, because I'm like Dr. Seuss.
Thanks for checking out our Kickstarter campaign and for supporting indie wrestling comics.
Now, I met Lenny Pavlov at Fusion Con just last year around this time. I believe it was in March, April. Great guy. Great guy. Really impressed by him. Smart guy. Quick on his feet. Very genuine. Very heartfelt guy. Like, he shares his stories very honestly and very openly. He's a great guy. I'm looking forward to hearing about his past and learning more about him. Clearly, he is a great creator that I want to know more about. And you can trace some of his high-flying antics to being what would become high-flying wrestling later down the road. He's one of the innovators. So if you're a wrestling fan, once again, here's your stop. Gotta get on that project. And as always, I will put the reminder for those who can see the fact that I haven't backed any projects. I'm not signed in. You guys should keep that in mind. I don't sign in during the programs anymore. I was signed in during the last Rich, which was bad. But I am not signed in right now, so there is no cheating. Zombies End. Now, before we start this, you guys know in 2017 we ran into some copyright issues. And currently we're filming Kickstarter talk on Sinsful Comics instead of WrittenSiNs Comics YouTube account. This is because we got hit with so many comments and different times that we violated copyright unintentionally because creators did it. And we were just trying to support creators. Wound up having our account suspended for live videos, and we're assuming we're going to get the privilege back in late March. Yeah, so to celebrate, Gary Scott Betty made his own music. This is for the first time, and I actually asked him, do I have permission to use it? And he said, yeah, so blast it. This is his music.
Do you want to know how the zombie apocalypse ends? Hi, I'm Gary Scott Beatty, writer and illustrator with many years in the indie comics community. And like you, I love a good horror story with action and suspense. Zombies End is a key step in my creative journey, and I'm thrilled you're choosing to be a part of it. You'll receive frequent updates as I pull the rest of this book together and have Zombies End in your hands this summer. Zombies End is a 56-page full-color graphic novel written and illustrated by me. Pages are written and lettered, the art is thumbnailed, and much of it is ready to go. This is a special Kickstarter edition that will not be reprinted in this form. The format goes beautifully with the companion Wounds graphic novel. Both are standalone stories, but they read as part 1 and part 2, and man, they'll look great together on your shelf. Many of you know me as creator of other comics, and in fact, all my books are being offered in this Kickstarter. You can enjoy my other graphic novels because they're ready to mail to you as soon as the Kickstarter ends. For instance, when you choose the G.S. Beatty printed book collection, you'll get 3 graphic novels to read now while waiting for Zombies End delivery this summer, plus comic and music downloads, plus the many new milestone rewards. Upgrade to the deluxe version for signed book plates and custom bookmarks. I'm big on giving stuff away to backers. New for this campaign are several complete full-color stories just because backers are awesome, and I want to thank you for being here. So check it out and pledge. Share this project with friends, and many thanks for your interest in Zombies End.
Kind of cool, right? I love the fact that he has his own music, part of the program. I absolutely dig that. Great freaking creative power there. I like the fact that there's a head in a bucket. That's got me. I'm now interested. And also, he's offering a library in this. You could hear he wants to give back. And he's gotten to that point where I think that he can give a lot back. And that's awesome for you guys as backers, because you can now take advantage of a creator who's been established and been out there, so he can actually share with you some amazing stuff. There's also a preview, which he did not mention, which is right here on the Kickstarter, or you can download it. So take advantage of that. It's free comic book reading. You can actually read the comic before you buy it, or back it on Kickstarter, I should say. You can get the first 14 pages. So check it out today. And the Omnious Adventures of Poppy and Poe. This is by Caesar Crawford.
Welcome to the show. Grab some peanuts, grab a seat, and get ready for our new comic called The Ominous Adventures of Poppy and Poe. In this new comic, we team up with Poppy, a goth girl / tightrope walker, and her demonic monkey, who are out to take on killer clowns and sideshow freaks and more. The new 12-issue monthly comic will be filled with talent from 24 artists and writers with backgrounds from DC Comics, Image Comics, Marvel Comics, Alterna, Devil's Due, Boom, Dynamite, and more. So be sure to grab your ticket for the best show in town of The Ominous Adventures of Poppy and Poe. Now go check out the rewards options and look for those bonus stretch goals and more sneak peek are coming soon. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you as a backer.
So let's just take a look into this a little bit about some of it. You can get 12 digital copies. That's right. All 12 copies for $9 plus your name in the book. That's kind of badass right there. You get a print copy and a digital. So I'm assuming that they're going to kickstart the 12 issues. 12 issues plus standard. It's not bad. $60. You can get the entire series. That's $5 an issue. That's fair. That's fair. $60 right there. That's fair. I like that. And you can get print and digital variant covers. For $100, you get 24 issues. This will be throughout the year in 2018. So that's kind of cool. So this is almost like Kickstarter, the subscription service. So that's kind of badass. I like the art involved in it. Obviously, I like darker themes and stuff. I have nothing wrong. I've been in the goth culture, so I've always liked goth girls. So, and the way they dress and the atmosphere and all that. So this is definitely a book, and I love the fact that the monkey's a demonic monkey. That is awesome. So I'm interested. I am someone who is very thrilled to be a backer in this. It's got Rob's, one of the original, I want to say he was the guitarist, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the original guitarist for Rob Zombie is part of this. How cool is that? They're going to have some cool stretch goal rewards. Definitely a Kickstarter you don't want to sleep on. Sad as it is to say, we're at the end of our program, and we're probably here over an hour. So why don't we go and take a quick look? We'll go down our list, and then we'll do the list in reverse, and then we're going to check out to see if we can successfully talk about a Kickstarter having been funded. Let's do the list. So today we talked about how important veterans' wife are. We met Poppy and Poe for the first time on the show. We talked about how zombies can end because a head in a bucket has the way to save humanity. Sword Theory. Wait a minute. Why didn't I remember seeing Sword Theory? Did we somehow skip Sword Theory? I don't remember. Did you guys remember seeing Sword Theory? I don't remember seeing Sword Theory. Let's take a look at the video. I don't think we saw Sword Theory today. It's a good thing we go down that list at the end of the show. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Mark Henry. I go by the name of Professor One. I'm here to talk about my new book, Sword Theory. So Sword Theory started about 2005 or so, maybe even before that. By the time I approached Adam with it, the idea wasn't really thought out fully. It's kind of one of those things where you have a cool idea, but you don't really have the ending for it. Adam just made it all come together. He pretty much plotted the whole thing out based off of one cool idea, and Adam just kind of made it form, gave it life, and pretty much put it all together.
Hey Kickstarter, I'm Adam Kogan, standing in the snow, and here to tell you about a book I wrote called Sword Theory. Sword Theory began life with an original idea by my friend and artistic collaborator, Mark Henry, that he came up with back in 2005. And I think that's a great example of how difficult it can be for creators to bring their comics to the final stage because life happens and because money is often an obstacle. And I think I loved the concept though because it incorporated so many things that he and I loved, like kung fu movies, samurai movies, action movies, sword and sorcery, all jammed together. And the influences show. We have a mysterious, sexy assassin. We have a cursed sword hungering for blood. We have angry gods, whatever kind are there. We have crazy dwarven super science. It's great. And here it is, 2018. The book is finally ready to get to print. And we need your help to get it with those extra few steps to the printers. So thank you so much for being interested in the book. And thank you for your support.
Now, was it me? Am I the only one who felt extremely cold watching it? And I'm talking to you in Florida, all that ice behind them. Now, that's dedication, being out there in the ice, checking that out. We're going to go ahead and we're going to check out the Kickstarter itself now and see what we were missing by not being on that one. I apologize for us not having that lined up like we should have. But that's also sometimes where we go back over everything to make sure we caught everything. And in this case, it did well for us. And here we come. It's finally loading. All right, so, oh wow, they've already funded. Congratulations to them. That was pretty fast. This is the first time it's on our show, so that shows you that there was a good amount of backers just chomping at the bit to be part of this. So I am excited about that. And sorry, just getting a text. So, I mean, this looks like it's a cool story. It's always more interesting to me when I hear how long it had been in the process of being built, because that always tells me, like, there's someone who's been passionate about this for a long time. We have the interview for Adam actually coming out this weekend, so stay tuned for that. We're also going to try to see if we can't get them on to a Spoken Sins, as we're going to start doing a Spoken Sins on hopefully Fridays. I'm going to try to do Spoken Sins on Fridays, maybe even Thursdays. Thursday is right now an open day where we don't have a lot going on, and I'm definitely going to try to do some Spoken Sins on Thursdays coming in the future, so look for that. And this looks like an amazing Kickstarter, which we're going to spend a lot of time talking about over the next couple weeks. I like the setup, how they do the pictures on it with the bonus PDFs. As I said earlier in the program, you guys are probably going to see my work in this. I don't know what book they're going to ask. I've been asked to enter a book in, so when they tell me which book, I'll tell you which one. So by all means, back it now, and when I get added to it, I'll tell you guys which one it is. And I'll let you in on this just true fact that this looks awesome. As you guys see, I'm still scrolling and I'm getting distracted. And there's Adam and Mark there. I always like the why the Kickstarter, and I'll read this one just because we're here. It's to put in perspective. We're not asking you to pay for the most important part of the production, the writing, the illustration of the book. That part's on us. That's why we're able to keep Kickstarter goal and reward tiers affordable at affordable numbers. Your contribution will go towards the printing of the book and reward materials and shipping them out to you. So that's fair. I think that's a very fair ask, don't you? So we're going to go back to this week in Indie Comics. We're going to talk about this. We're going to start all the way back here. Let's do this again. This week we talked about the importance of the Veterans Wife on Facebook and how you guys can help veterans today. The Omnious Adventures of Poppy and Poe, we got to meet the goth girl who's a tightrope walker and her demonic monkey. Zombie's End is Gary Scott Betty's amazing graphic novel, whereas Zombie Head could be humanity's only hope. Sword Theory is an action-adventure tale 15 years in the making, and you should be anxious to be part of that. The genius Lenny Pavlos taught us all well why we should back such an amazing Kickstarter. So get on it today. Enter the ring with Lanny. The Life in Space was 100 days in the making. So now it's your turn to make sure it launches off of Kickstarter within the 30 days. Seed Seekers Volume 2, first 2 issues. You can become a huge part of the Seed Seekers team by backing it on Kickstarter now. James versus the New World Order Issue 3 is a post-apocalyptic comedy set in an ambiguous, not-so-distant future. XCT Extreme Championship Tournament is a high-quality artistic graphic novel that is worth your time and effort. And remember, if you need more information on how to create a compelling Kickstarter, check out on Amazon Madeline Howling Rising's amazing book, Kickstarter for the Independent Creator, 2nd edition, a practical, informative guide to crowdfunding. And while you're checking things out, remember to support the Autism Awareness Campaign on Facebook and get a patch that shows you support autism awareness. This week, time is running out for Victoria Black as the world's most dangerous assassin takes on her deadliest foe, the Kickstarter, which you can help her vanquish now on Kickstarter. The globalists only have 3 days to help bring the rebels up against the globalists who now control the UN and with it the world. Back it now before you forget and you miss out. We're going to check in with Metzger and Pozlock in just a second. We're going to see if there's even any more time for you to back it. Time to give last rites to these Kickstarters is available here, where we talk in depth on the Kickstarters that had very little time left on the platform. Remember that $1 can make a huge difference. $1 can show support, attract attention, help fund projects, support indie creators, and help create new worlds. Make sure you're visiting the creators this year on the Comic-Con Highway, including this week. We have Davy Jones, who will be in Victoria, Texas, at the Victoria Comic Con. Let's see now if Metzger's and Pozlock's presents The Villains has officially funded. When we started this program an hour ago, it only had 51 minutes. Let's see. It has 10 minutes to go. So as I go off of air right now, when we get to WSN News tonight, we're going to be talking about how this is funded. You guys have very little time. I'm going to get off of the air so you guys can go check it out. Thank you for spending time with me today and talking about these amazing Kickstarters full of sin. I will see you here next week, same time, all different platforms from where we're Twitter, we're on Kickstarter. We're going to try Twitch next week for the first time. We're on the Facebook, 2 different places. Come check us out. Catch us outside at a con this year. We'll talk to you all shortly.